Today we are examining the technical architecture behind a professional career in information security. This is not a guide on casual hacking or script execution, but a structured roadmap for building a defensive skill set from the ground up. The industry operates on a strict policy of competency verification. To navigate this, you must understand the hardware-software stack of the profession itself, foundational networking, standardized certifications, and the ability to process dense technical documentation. Information security is often misunderstood as a purely offensive discipline. However, at the core of the security model is a deep understanding of how systems function. You cannot secure what you do not understand. Therefore, we will analyze the 4 pillars of this career architecture. First, we will address the foundational layer, computer networking and operating system internals. Without this, security tools are functionally useless. Second, we will examine the certification standardization path, specifically the CompTIA Network Plus and Security Plus, and why these specific credentials act as the industry's trusted platform module for hiring. Third, and perhaps most critical for long-term viability, we will discuss the methodology of learning by listening. We will break down how to consume technical white papers, NIST frameworks, and RFCs as audio data to maximize retention. Finally, we will cover the practical application environment, building a home laboratory. By following this protocol, you eliminate the most common vectors of failure for aspiring professionals, lack of focus, and theoretical gaps. We begin with the infrastructure. The primary error made by entry-level candidates is bypassing the fundamentals of transport and data flow. The industry does not require you to write code immediately, but it demands that you understand how a packet moves from a source to its destination. This requires granular understanding of the OSI model. This is not an abstract concept, it is the framework for all troubleshooting. When a connection fails or firewall blocks traffic, it happens at a specific layer. You must be able to distinguish between a layer 2 data link issue involving MAC addresses and a layer 3 network issue involving IP routing. Parallel to networking is the study of operating system internals. We focus here on 2 distinct environments, Windows and Linux. Regarding Linux, this is the standard for security appliances and server infrastructure. You do not need to be a kernel developer, but you must be comfortable with the command line interface. You need to understand file system hierarchy, permissions, specifically chmod and chown, and process management. If a malicious process is running, you must know how to identify its process ID and terminate it. Regarding Windows, the focus shifts to enterprise management. You must understand Active Directory, group policy objects, and the registry. Corporate environments rely on these structures for identity management. If you cannot analyze a group policy setting, you cannot assess the security posture of a Windows domain. These skills are the bedrock. Attempting to learn penetration testing tools without this knowledge is equivalent to trying to repair an engine without understanding internal combustion. Moving from knowledge to validation, we enter the domain of certification. In the current market, certifications functions as a cryptographic signature. They verify the integrity of your knowledge based to potential employers. We will focus on the 2 critical standards, Network Plus and Network Security Plus. The Network Plus certification is often skipped, but this is a strategic error. It validates your understanding of the physical and logical network. It covers subnets, VLANs, and routing protocols. Remember, a security analyst spends a significant portion of their time analyzing network logs. If you cannot decipher a subnet mask or understand why a device is on the wrong VLAN, you cannot detect lateral movement within a network. Network Plus ensures you have the vocabulary to describe the infrastructure. Following this is the Security Plus. This certification is the baseline requirement for many government and defense sector roles, complying with DoD Directive 8570. It introduces the core principles of the CIA triad: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The Security Plus curriculum forces you to examine the landscape of threats. You will analyze different types of malware, ransomware, worms, Trojans, and the specific vectors they utilize. More importantly, it covers the administrative side, risk management, and compliance. You will learn to calculate single loss expectancy and annualized loss expectancy. This is critical because security is ultimately a business function. You must justify cost of defense against the potential cost of breach. These certifications do not make you an expert. They are the entry keys. They demonstrate that you possess the baseline lexicon and theoretical framework required to operate in a security operations center. We now address a vector often ignored in career roadmaps: the consumption of technical documentation. The volume of information in cybersecurity is exponential. New vulnerabilities, updated standards from NIST, and complex architectural changes are released daily. Reading every document is temporarily impossible. To support this principle of continuous ingestion, we utilize the listen to learn methodology. This involves converting dense technical text into audio for passive consumption. This is not about casual listening, it is about immersing yourself in the syntax of the industry. Consider the request for comments, or RFCs. These are the technical documents that define the internet. Listening to an RFC on the TCP protocol or the HTTP standard allows you to internalize the formal language of protocols. You will hear terms like handshake, header, and payload repeatedly. Similarly, consider the NIST special publications such as SP 800-53. These documents outline security and privacy controls for federal information systems. They are dry, extensive, and absolutely critical for compliance roles. By listening to these standards, you become familiar with the control families: access control, incident response, system, and communications protection. This approach creates a mental index. You may not memorize every control, but when you encounter a compliance issue in the field, your brain will recognize the terminology and recall the context. This renders the vast library of security knowledge accessible. It turns downtime during commutes or chores into active processing time for complex architectural concepts. Theoretical knowledge must be cryptographically bound to practical applications. This is achieved through the construction of a home laboratory. This is not a single feature, but a private cloud compute environment where you can execute attacks and defense safely. The core component here is the virtualization. You will use a Type 2 hypervisor such as VirtualBox or VMware workstation to run multiple operating systems on a single physical machine. This isolation is critical. It ensures that if you accidentally execute malware or break a configuration, your host operating system remains compromised. Your lab should consist of at least 2 virtual machines. First, an attacker machine, typically Kali Linux. This distribution comes preloaded with the tools you need to do your job. Nmap for network scanning, Wireshark for packet capture, and Metasploit for exploitation. Second, you need the targets. Do not scan networks you do not own. Instead, deploy a deliberately vulnerable machine, such as a Metasploitable or unpatched version of Windows. In this environment, you can run a port scan and observe the results. You can then switch roles to look at the logs and or on the target machine. Did the firewall detect the scan? What did the traffic look like in Wireshark? This closes the loop between theory and reality. You are no longer just reading about TCP SYN flood. You are generating one and analyzing the packet capture. This practical experience is the difference between a candidate who knows the definition of a tool and one who can deploy it. To summarize, the architecture of a cybersecurity career is built on 4 pillars: a deep understanding of networking and OS internals, standardized validation through certifications like Security Plus, a rigorous protocol for consuming technical documentation via audio, and the practical application of skills in a virtual lab. This approach eliminates reliance on shortcuts and builds a robust professional skill set. To continue to receive this technical breakdown of operating system architectures and security principles, subscribe to the channel.